Hey guys, Jamie at the Summer Rain channel, welcome back. So today we're making, I don't know, possibly the cutest candle ever. So I have a little teacup candle with just a little bit of rose petals in there. I really enjoyed making this candle. These were actually teacups that someone had given me and I had them in the back shed and I was going through cleaning it out and I was like, those are adorable. I'm gonna make a candle in them. I do want to give you just a few tips if you're new to candle making. So the best tip that I can give you is really pay attention to your wax. And by that I mean, when you buy the wax, it's gonna come with instructions. So it's gonna give you a pouring temperature. And I'm always so tempted just to heat my wax up, pop my fragrance oil in, stir it, and pop it into a candle. You don't wanna do that because normally the top of your candle is not gonna turn out looking very nice if you do that. So by waiting until you're at the temperature where you should pour it, you wind up with a prettier looking candle. My second piece of advice is to really pay attention to the fragrance load. So it's really tempting to be like, meh, I'll put a little more fragrance in there and make it smell better. Unfortunately, that's not really the way that it works. So what you want to do is check out what the maximum fragrance load is and be sure that you don't go above that. Adding too much can actually take away from the smell because your wax just can't handle that much fragrance. Without further ado, let's just dive in and make our own teacup candle. So odds are you're going to need to figure out how much wax you're going to need for your candle. So I can give you my measurements and I will down in the description box below, but the odds are my teacup is not going to be the same size as yours. So I wanted to show you how I go about figuring out how much wax that I need. So what you want to do is grab your scale and we'll go ahead and tare that so it's all at zeros. And then I like to fill my cup up with wax, kind of to where the candle's going to go, so I wouldn't have the candle go all the way to the top of this cup. And you're going to want to do that twice. And then my wax is 7 ounces. Now that we have our wax measured out, go ahead and grab your pouring pot and we're just going to pop the wax in there. And then we're going to put this on a double boiler until it's completely melted. While our candle wax is melting, we're going to go ahead and prepare the wick. So what you want to do is just grab your wick and then straighten it out kind of as best you can. And we're going to put just a bit of hot glue on there. And then you just put it in the very center of the cup and push down. And then we're going to set this off to the side for right now. And then while our wax is melting, we also want to go ahead and get our fragrance oil and our rose petals together. I'm using Love and Sunshine, which is like a citrusy flower smell. Smells really good, but use whatever one you would like, just to make sure that it's safe for use in a candle. And I'm using mine at 8%. So what I did was I took the 7 ounces of wax that we measured out earlier, times it by 8%, so 0.56 fragrance oil, and then I just grabbed a little handful of rose petals. So our wax is completely melted. What I'm gonna do is just stir it up really quick. And then I'm just gonna check the temperature. And I'm at 151 degrees Fahrenheit, so it's safe to go ahead and add my fragrance oil. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go ahead and mix this, and then I'm gonna kind of keep stirring it until the temperature decreases just a little bit more. This is gonna be probably too hot to pour yet, so I will come back when it cools down. So my candle wax has cooled down enough so I'm able to pour it. Now you might be tempted just to pour it right away without allowing it to cool, but I wouldn't do that because really it's going to affect the way that your candle sets up. So follow the manufacturer's recommendation, otherwise like the top of your candle can turn out kind of weird. Now as you can see, our wick is kind of wonky, so I like to just come in with a Sharpie and then I set it on the top to center the wick. So while our candle wax is still hot, you just want to come in with the rose petals and kind of place them around the side of the candle. Ah. You could do this after the candle cooled by reheating it, but I find this way is just easier. It saves a step. And I'm just trying to toss some under the Sharpie right there. Okay, so we're going to allow this to cool completely, and then once it's cooled, I will come back. And then once your candle is fully cooled, what you're going to do is you're going to come and trim the wick down to 1/4 of an inch. And there is our finished candle. I hope you enjoyed the video. I hope you enjoy making your own candles. Bye.